Hey guys, welcome to Outlaw Edge. So I got years ago my son gave me this. It's a water bottle, and I decided to build a survival kit out of this just to show you that you don't need to have a big pack full of crap all stuffed with junk that you have to carry around out in the woods. You know, you can carry a fanny pack, you can carry a haversack, you can carry a small backpack, a day pack, a little bag on your side. There's tons of way to do this. But I started looking into doing like a small survival kit that you can actually put in a cargo pocket or take a carabiner. And I was gonna put one on, I just couldn't find one. I didn't want to take my keys off my other one. But you can put a carabiner on something like this and throw it on your side of your belt or your belt loop. Or if you are carrying a backpack and you want to sit your pack down, pull out your water bottle and take off through the woods. You got everything you need to survive right here. And I'll pull the camera down and I'll show you what I put in this. So I figured, what's a better way to do this, showing something that you would use in the woods when you're out in the woods. So you get lost, you got something on your side, you can pull this apart, and you got all your stuff you need. First off, you got a water bottle. And this is stainless steel. I prefer stainless steel because you can boil water in this. I have a whole bunch of these that are all burned up looking on the outside because they've been in the fire a lot of times. Boiling water so you can purify water and have drinking water. So obviously you can hear the water behind me. I would have, filled this up with water, threw it on the fire, and boom, done. So the first thing I would have put in here would be a fire steel. And I always carry one on my neck 24/7. And a lot of people joke around it and they're like, well, you don't have one on 24/7. Actually, I do. I have one when I'm in the shower. I have one when I'm sleeping. I have one next to my bed. I mean, I have one on me at all times, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So yes, I do. And then I have here, this is a bug net or a mosquito net. And these are super handy because you can take a stick, bend these over a stick, and you can catch minnows and stuff with them. Or if you're out in the woods and you want to grab some wild edibles, and you stuff this full of wild edibles or fire tinder or whatever, or you have all your stuff right here, dump it out, and you got your water bottle. You tie this in a knot, throw it in one of your cargo pants pockets, throw it over your shoulder, throw it on a stick like a hobo, whatever. You got all your stuff right here with you. And I'm gonna go ahead and dump it out, and I'll show you what we got. So in this kit, I would definitely put a fire steel because, like I said, I wear one on my neck. So obviously this would be in the kit. I'd have this in the water bottle if I was somebody else. A lot of people don't like to wear them on their neck. You can wear them on your keychain. You can put a fire steel in your pocket. So, there's one thing right there. And then to make fire, if all your firewood is, wet from it raining or whatever, if you have a few sticks of fat wood, it's really fast to make fire with fat wood. Another good part of the kit. So you got your fire taken care of right there. You got fire steel, you got your fat wood, and then you got a pocket knife. And I prefer something that I would use out in the woods. And this is an Opinel. I believe this is a number 12. I can't remember. It's a pretty good size Opinel. And I like it because it's got the 90-degree spine right here. And when you turn this and you lock this here, it makes, huge spark come off that fire steel so you can start a fire quickly. You don't have to mess around when you're cold and wet and whatever. And these things are extremely sharp. You can see the edge on that thing. So Opinel, in my book, is a really good survival style knife. And they weigh nothing. They're really light. Next thing I'd have is a flashlight, like a tactical style. This is just a Nebo, and this has the adjuster here where you can adjust it out so you can concentrate this. And then it also has two modes. You got a high and a low. You got a low, which is kind of a battery saver, and you got a high, which is something that, it'll last a lot longer or whatever. Or not longer, but it'll be a lot brighter. And then you got a pocket clip on it, so you can clip it on your hat if you needed to, clip it on your shirt if you're out working the woods. and you also have a magnet, a really good magnet on the back. Now, if you had to take some of this string and you lost some of your gear and you knew you could grab it with a magnet, obviously this is stainless steel, that's not going to work. But I'm amazed too how many people didn't realize that you can't pick up stuff with a magnet if it's stainless steel. That blows me away. But anyways, and like this is aluminum, so you're not gonna be able to pick it up, but because it has a little spot for a carabiner on it or whatever, a little clip, that definitely is gonna pick it up. So if you drop something in the water, you'd have a chance to get it out if you got that magnet on the back there. So that's a good flashlight in my book. It's rechargeable and it lasts a long time, and it's bright as hell. Then you got a whistle for signaling, and you have a little clip on the back. You can tie that on your necklace. So if you have a piece of string in there with the cordage, you have your whistle, your fire still, keep them together. Another thing is you got lighter. But I do not always trust lighters. The other day I went to use this one and it wouldn't light. Now it does. I don't know what happened. It was really weird. We shook it up and beat on it and stuff, and it finally lit. So a lighter is something good to have. And then I put 2 coffee pouches in there, and that's just for energy. If you're getting really slogged down and you're getting tired, you could dump one of these or both of these in there and give yourself a little boost of caffeine if you're hiking, trying to get back somewhere, and or you're trying to stay awake, driving maybe. You could have this in the trunk of your car, There's so many different options for these. It's just awesome. Simple kit. So anyways, this is a really simple kit. It's got a screw-on lid so you don't spill your water. It's got a seal. Shake it up, it's not gonna be leaking all over the place. And like I said, you could tie this to your belt loop or a carabiner or whatever, throw it on your pack, and you got all your stuff inside of it ready to go. When you're ready to use it, dump the stuff out, and you got a full survival kit. Nice, clean, simple, easy, fast. And I like that in kits. I don't like it when you got too much crap, because then it scrambles your brain when you're out in a situation and you catch yourself, you catch yourself lost or in a situation where you need a survival kit. It's gonna suck, So keep it simple, and then that way everything just works with you, But appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you on the next one. Later.